Itaola.
All right, here we go.
Ko Betway ba tshepela hore o tshwantse o betjhe ka tsela e nepahetseng.
Ka nako e nngwe ho tlamehile hore o ikhule hanyane.
Ka nako tse ding
O ska leka go busha tše di lahlegilego.
Nakusasa kuse olunye usuku.
Dlala ngokusemandleni wakho.
Ge o tlhoka thušo go gona.
hopola, bet responsibly.
Kev's Betway Bets is brought to you by Betway.
Yeah, Betway Bets brought to you by Betway. And let's hope I'm going to win this week. I've decided to go just with 4 bets, and we'll get through those a bit later. So I've doubled my money down. I put 20 Rand instead of 10.
Okay.
So I put that 10 Rand you asked me. So if I win, we'll talk about that a bit later.
Morning.
Morning, yeah.
Morning. Good
It's
morning
early,
to
yeah.
you. It's
Yeah, sorry.
Thursday,
It's hard to
and
think, yeah.
today we're spending money, 20 Rand more.
Boy, we're in the bucks. Good night.
Disappointed?
Yeah, disappointment and
Cricket?
happiness. Yeah,
Yeah.
cricket. As I saw Red News 24 is more of a capitulation than a choke. New Zealand they scored the record score of the tournament this far, 362. And David Miller, I felt for him. He was smashing it at the end. He got his 100, but it was just bad. No execution with the ball, bad execution with
Did
the
you have
bat.
high hopes?
I did. I
You
thought we'd
did?
win.
Oh, you
And
did.
I knew it would be close. I thought it would be a lot closer. But as soon as they let Ken Williamson off the hook, there was a drop catch by the Klaassen, the wicketkeeper. He dropped one, but that was a difficult chance. Run out chance missed. Bad bowling down leg. Lungi and Giddy was just really terrible. It wasn't. Yeah, it's just sad. We just find ways to lose in ICC tournaments.
Sorry there to South Africa. I know, very patriotic. I am too. But actually chatting yesterday to Dean Elgar, I wasn't.
Really?
In my heart of hearts, I was just like,
Well, he didn't know. He didn't want to make the call.
He didn't. And that's where I was like, he knows a little bit more than what we do.
50-50, yeah. He knew it'd be tough.
Yeah.
He's played in those tournaments and he's played Test cricket. He knows how tough it is and how it's not easy to win.
Correct. We're also talking to the Betway ambassador today, Vusiwe Ngobo, and she's going to let us in on her bets. Please, Vusiwe, if it's anything, give Kev some,
Money.
I don't know,
Just some,
hope,
expertise,
advice,
Yeah.
expertise. Something's got to happen.
I should actually call Fiso because he's the only one who won money.
Correct. And we need to actually see how this goes and lean a little in further
Yeah.
to those that win your money.
That's why I'm not going on the Premiership. Betway Premiership doesn't win me any money because
But you're not betting right, because you can't say it doesn't win your money. Isn't the way you bet that isn't getting your money?
Because it's unpredictable. The Premiership
But
is
everything
unpredictable.
is unpredictable, Kev.
Who
How
thought-
is that different
who
to
thought
what you're
Sundowns
betting
would
on?
Draw the other night
Against Chiefs.
against Arrows.
Oh.
It was Arrows, wasn't it? Yeah.
No.
It drew.
Mm.
It drew 1-1. But somehow Pirates won last night. Who did they beat? They beat
but-
Chipper United at Nelson Mandela Stadium last night. And they got a goal in the first half from the defender. What?
Nkosinati Emmanuel Sibisi.
Okay. Are you just going to sit and chirp in the background all day?
Excuse me.
Okay. Yeah. Richards Bay won. They've got another win. Good for them. They are moving up the table. Supersport United dropped to 13th.
Oh.
They could only draw 1-1. Still 0-0 with Amazulu. And Cape Town City drew with TS Galaxy. So they haven't won for 7 games now.
City drew with Galaxy. There's a lot brewing out at City, you know?
Is it? But people struggling for money or?
There is that. They've got a player on loan who hasn't been paid currently for the last 2 months. They brought in Serrero. And that's just a little bit of the news that I do have. So I always find it really hard and difficult when it is that contracts aren't honored for players. I feel for them, and also just taking the Royal AM situation into account as well. Where do we sit with Royal AM? Are we still sitting here with like question marks above our heads as to what is happening? What is happening?
Is it an asset now? Will they be able to sell it? Will somebody pay 40 million for that? Will they pay 10?
I still maintain. Please, can the PSL say something? Can you educate us as we go on the matter? Even if it is that you're still investigating, then say so. Yeah. Because I still feel a little cheated as I sit here. as a journalist, firstly, who follows football, secondly, as a fan of the game, and I don't know what's going on. I think I have a right to know what's going on. Maybe not every fine detail, but give me something at least.
Exactly.
At
Did
least.
anything come from that meeting they had a month ago? I think it was on a
Mum's the
Friday.
word.
That's ridiculous. It
Yeah.
is absolutely daft.
And we
there's been
spoke to
very little
Shakes,
in the media,
remember? As well. And he said the same thing. He was just like, yes, educate us if you must as you go. But don't just leave us out here in the dark and then expect we have to be firm believers and supporters of this brand, of what it does, of the league. But when matters arise like this, you just shove us one side and just, it's business, it's private, it's happening.
Give the broadcasters some help.
Something.
Yeah.
Give us something.
Exactly. Liverpool gave me something last night. I mean, they were outplayed by PSG at the Parc de France. Absolutely outplayed. I mean, I think Liverpool had 29% possession, and they only had 2 shots at goal. And with those 2 shots at goal, Harvey Elliott, who'd just come on for Salah, he'd been on for 47 seconds. It was his first touch of the game, and he basically just guided it. And Nunes, he set up the goal. I did celebrate. It's going to be tough at Anfield because PSG.
How did you celebrate?
I celebrated very quietly and with the
Lies,
thunder-
Kevin, lies.
Well, yeah,
Very loudly.
I may have said it a word
Or
two.
two.
Yeah, but it was a very tricky game for them because PSG under Luis Enrique are a very, very good team. They're changed, so they're not full of Mbappe stars or Neymar wannabes. They're basically they've got proper players now. Dembele has been revitalized underneath Enrique. He's probably the best midfielder and come striker in Europe at the moment. After he had a big flop at Barcelona. And speaking of flops, I don't get this. Why would you have a halftime show?
No, I love it.
Do you?
I simply love this story. So 2026 World Cup final in New Jersey, it will make history by having that Super Bowl style halftime show. It's very American. I go back and watch all of them. My favorite, Rihanna's one. Did Usher have one as well? Yes, Usher had one too. How could I not? How could I doubt myself? It's just such an American feel, to it. It's like, if it had to come here, okay, I wish a World Cup comes again. Yeah. I mean, what do we do to South African nice the World Cup? So I love this idea, Kev. I just want to know, who is it going to be?
Well, Coldplay...
they get to choose, don't they?
They get to choose. It's Chris Martin and his manager, Phil Harvey. But there's going to be an issue around halftime. How long is halftime going to be? You can't have halftime 30 minutes.
It's going to be 30 minutes.
Well,
it's going to have to be, because what are you going to do in a 10 to 15 minute window?
Well, they can't.
It's going to probably be less. It's probably going to be maybe 20 minutes, allowing the other time for obviously players to come out, go back in. But I love it. I love that they're stamping it proudly American in a way.
Not a fan.
I'm a fan.
Well, they have to go through the IFAB, the International Federation of Association Board. They're the lawmakers, and they've tried to. Germany tried to get them to make halftime longer because in 2004, I think it was, because they wanted to sell more beer and sausages at grounds. It was basically trying to make money.
More Budweiser.
And they said no. So there's a.
So there is like a hard and fast rule, but I'm sure that if they apply now, come 2026, all of that would have been done and dusted. But I love it, Kev. I love that this is usually what we do. This is what the world usually looks at us for. We do great halftime shows. We have wonderful artists. And why not do it for one of the biggest spectacles in the world with all the eyes watching? I'm sure that halftime show is going to break all types of numbers.
I'm just there for the football. I mean, I still maintain opening and closing ceremonies at Olympics are generally terrible. The only good one I've ever been to was in
the FIFA
London
World Cup
2012. No, it wasn't great. I mean,
No, it was great.
It wasn't. There was Mandela on a golf cart. That was it.
But was that opening?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't opening. Let me see.
Was.
I went to the opening ceremony with my mom and the final with my dad. No, it was the final.
Oh,
He was
the final.
ill. He was ill, and he came in the golf cart at the final.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. I mean, I went to in Athens, went to the opening ceremony, and they used 3 hours to describe 5,000 years of history. It didn't feel like 3 hours; it felt like 5,000 years. Beijing did the same thing, 3 hour opening ceremony, and then we were watching on the monitors, and there's all these fireworks going off. We're going, where are they? We're looking. We were in the stadium. There's no fireworks. They put them in.
2024 Olympics, Paris opening ceremony. That was not my favorite.
Not.
No.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Remember, the medals are also still peeling at the moment as we speak, so that still needs to be fixed.
Jamie
Anyway,
Carragher
but
is
hold
the
on,
contact
hold
was.
on. So if it was that you had a favorite band, singer, rapper, you wouldn't want to see them half time? If it was your favorite?
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Oh, Kev, come
okay.
on.
Let me do my bets because that's the only thing I'm good at.
Not even.
No. Right, I'm going to start with Brighton playing Fulham. It's Brighton are 2-1 favourites to win. Fulham are 3.65. Both teams. The score is 1.65 and No's at 2.20. That is it. I mean that is one of the most difficult things. I'm actually going to go with a double draw with Fulham to either win or a draw, which is a 1.69. And Brighton impressive form. I won 5 games across all competitions.
Their latest was a 2-1 away win over Newcastle, FA Cup.
Absolutely right. But Fulham are playing well. I mean, they just drew with United 1-1 and then won the penalty shootout in the FA Cup. They beat Wolves 2-1 in the league, and they beat Wigan Athletic. Fulham have got some injury concerns. Kenny Tate, Harry Wilson, and Reece Nelson are unavailable due to injuries. And Sasa Lukic has been suspended after receiving 10 yellow cards this season.
How many? 10.
That's impressive in 27 games.
Wow.
That's very impressive. Next game, I'm going Forest. So I went with the double chance there. Draw or Fulham to win at 1.69.
You're going for a draw?
No, a draw or it's a double chance. So it's either if there's a draw or Fulham win, I get paid 1.69.
Same with the other one. Draw or win.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
So Forest are favourites to winners. I don't understand that. They haven't won. Forest haven't won their last 9 league games against City. They've drawn 2, lost 7. I mean, the last time they won was in the second division in 1997. So they are So City are 1.88 favourites to win. Forest are 3.85 to win. Both teams ship goals. City are third. Forest are third in the league, 1 point ahead of City, who are fourth.
47 and 48 points.
And it's tight. So that's going to be a battle for that. I went with both teams to score because they're not great defensive teams at the moment. They've shipped Forest has shipped 33 goals and 37 City 37 goals. Yeah, it'll be a good game, but it's a bit up north. Over to La Liga, Getafe against Atletico Madrid. So I think Atletico Madrid are going to hammer this.
Okay.
They are 2.04 to win. Getafe outside favourites of 4.2. Both teams to score is 2.4. Getafe quite an aggressive team. Atletico Madrid are balanced. I think Diego Simeone. He's basically he's got a team that's balanced and playing well. 1 point behind Barca in La Liga. So they'll be hoping to win to go through. And then I've gone with the Six Nations, and I've gone with Ireland against France. Ireland are 1.89 favourites to win. This is going to be a heavy game. The French have brought in Thierry Henry to give them a little pep talk before the game, and there's some history between Ireland and France in terms of qualifying for the 2010 World Cup when Thierry Henry deliberately handballed.
Yes.
And they wanted the game replayed. So now he's going to go to a team that actually are allowed to use their hands on the ball. So Ireland are favourites to win at 1.89. France are just outside. So it's tight. And also it looks like Fabien Galtier is going to go with a bomb squad there. He's going to basically load his bench. He did with a 7-1, and that's what they thrashed Italy. That bet on that'll 20 rand will win you 233 rand and 90.
Nice. Full chicken coming our way.
And my betting code is X91EE0B51. It's X91EE0B51.
Kev's Betway Bets is brought to you by Betway.
So on the line we have
Vusiwe Ngobo of the SABC, and she is obviously a Betway ambassador as well. Vusiwe, good to chat to you again. Warm welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning, Betway squad.
Please, can you help Kevin? Because for as long as we've been working together, he has won nothing, Vusiwe. Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
And I've been doing this for almost a year.
Oh no, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Okay, Kevin, I'm going to help you out. I'm looking at EPL games this time around. So I'm going to start with Nottingham Forest going up against Manchester City. This one was a bit of a tough one for me because I think Man City has kind of turned the corner. They seem like they're on the up. I mean, you look at their last 2 games, winning against Tottenham, winning as well against Plymouth Argyle out in their last encounter. So I'm going for this one to be a draw. I'm not giving it to either one of the 2 sides because Nottingham Forest has been very consistent. You look at them sitting third in the log at the moment. You look at the fact that in their last 5 games, they've won 2, they've drawn 1. They only have 2 losses. So I'm going with a draw, but I'm also going with 1.5 goals to be scored.
Oh, okay. That's quite good. I'm just writing this down.
Are you writing this down,
He's making
Kevin?
notes. Yeah.
If you look at our YouTube stream, you'll see me writing things. It's over here. I am writing it down.
Okay, that's
Believe me, I
great.
need all the help I can get.
This one, Kevin, I think this one you would get all on your own without Romy or myself helping you at all. Moving into Liverpool going up against Southampton, because this is really a typical. If Southampton win this game or they salvage a draw, it will really be a heroic performance for them. But I mean, you look at Southampton sitting right at the bottom of the log. It's just been so tough for them. They've lost all 5 of their last encounters, and not just by small margins. You look at the loss against Chelsea 4-0, they lost against Brighton 4-0, they lost against Bournemouth 3-1. So their losses have just been devastating. Liverpool this season for me is just a machine of a team. You look at their players, the likes of Mo Salah. You look at they just playing so well together as a unit, and even if their performance is not the best, they know how to get the result. So I'm definitely going for Liverpool to win in this encounter, and I'm also looking at 1.5 more goals because Liverpool's been scoring. So maybe Southampton will score something. I hope they do because it's really bad at the bottom.
It is shocking. Just sticking with Mo Salah for a bit. Jamie Carragher has come in for a lot of criticism for saying that Mo Salah. Sorry.
What is going on?
Do not know. Mo Salah. But he thinks he won't win the Ballon d'Or because
Ballon d'Or
because he plays in the AFCON. Because they said it's not a major tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, what would your take be on that? That's just wrong, surely.
Of course, the AFCON is a major tournament, and I've listened to Jamie Carragher this past week just really trying to explain or bring people into what his thinking was, and he says maybe I didn't use the right terminology. Irrespective, AFCON is a big tournament. I don't care what he says to try and save himself from what he said and all the backlash that he's been receiving. And I think it just came across as very disrespectful because that's the biggest tournament we have on the African continent. So how is it not a big tournament, but you can take all the African players to play in all the big leagues across the world?
Yeah, well, exactly that. He thinks that some of the journalists, because 100 journalists obviously vote for it, he thinks that the reason that he doesn't get it because they all think that the Asian Cup's not a big tournament, the AFCON's not a big tournament, but yet then they would say the European thing. What do you think? Do you agree with that? Or?
It's big. It definitely is big. As Vusiwe says, I mean, it is AFCON at the end of the day. So you've also got to respect the African continent. Or is it that, it's not European, so it isn't great? You know, it doesn't matter. It's Africa. It doesn't matter. It matters very much to us here on the African continent. So like Vusiwe says, I mean, I'm not even, leaning in to listen some more. I've made up my mind.
Okay,
and we've also taught them a thing or two about how to use VAR, because you look at how VAR was used in the last AFCON tournament. Absolutely phenomenal. The interpretation of the rules, the application of VAR. A lot of European pundits were actually commending AFCON and CAF for what they did with VAR. So I mean, not only are we a big tournament, we can also teach you how to use VAR.
Well, VAR helped Liverpool last night in the against PSG with ruled the first goal offside. Yeah, I mean, Liverpool were lucky. Liverpool were lucky last
Kevin,
night.
you're spicy. Kevin, you're very spicy. I like you.
What have I done?
Spicy plum.
We were great last night.
Very, very spicy.
We were great.
Yeah, definitely. They were great last night. Someone else who was great this week is Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a thrashing of PSV in that game, 7-1. And I think this is frustrating for a lot of Arsenal fans, because when they want them to perform that well, they're not getting those kind of results. I mean, a lot of them will be telling you Arsenal should not be, the gap between Arsenal and Liverpool should not be what it is at the moment. Of course, with Liverpool sitting on 67 points and Arsenal on 54, had the team just signed some strikers, because that's been their biggest issue this season. But that brings me to my last game that I'm going to be betting on, and it's my beloved Manchester United.
Oh, shame, man. Shame. I mean, it's been hard for you.
Kevin, it says a lot about my character as a person.
Hey,
I mean, I can endure.
You've only had 13 years of no Premiership. I had 30 years, and I had to wait a long time. And then it happened during damn COVID.
So it also says a lot about your character, right?
Yeah. And
we persevere. These are the
age.
people that we are, and we finish what we start. We're not changing teams. So Man United, Arsenal. I have to give it to Arsenal this one. I'm saying it's going to be an Arsenal victory or a draw, because I don't know. I saw a kind of different fighting spirit in Man United in their second last game against Ipswich. I mean, they were one man down. They still managed to win the game 3-2. But then they come back against Fulham, and it's just like they're struggling all over again. So you never know what you're going to get with Manchester United. But Arsenal, I've been impressed with what they've been able to do, not having a striker for most part of the season.
I'm glad that you're not disillusioned as well as a Man U fan. Well done, Busi.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It is what it is, right?
Robbie's a Man United fan, aren't you?
I am.
Although her biggest claim to fame is that she took a picture with Kylian Mbappe when he wasn't wearing shorts. And she has shown us that picture. It's a great picture. But I mean,
it's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, Ruben Amorim, he looks despondent in the interviews.
Shame he does.
And he keeps
his head is always down.
Always downing, and he says we have to suffer in this moment.
But you see, that's the problem. Even if you're losing, you have to still instill the confidence in your players. If you're the manager, you're the coach, and you're already walking out onto the pitch like, another one that we're going to lose, it doesn't instill a lot of confidence. I've also questioned some of the decisions he's made. I don't think I would have sent Rashford away. Not with the current issues Man United has with just fluidity and gelling. I don't think Rashford is one of the players I would have given, away for the rest of the season. But you never know. I think if Man United can salvage something out of this game, it will be based on individual player brilliance, which I haven't been seeing a lot of late from Man United.
Yeah, I see. Amarin said United's slump has made him a more complete manager, which is a very quite confident.
And whose cast at my expense as a United supporter.
And you've got a young kid. I think his name is Obi Martin. He's a Danish guy. I think he's 17 or 18 years old. And when he came on from Holland in the game against Fulham, he had more touches in 20 minutes than Holland did in 68.
Wow.
More touch. Holland didn't have one touch in the box at all. This kid's good, and they've nicked him from Arsenal Academy.
Young man.
He's a kid.
He's a young man.
Yeah.
It's too early for this.
Take some time.
Okay.
You see, the difference is you can be good, but who are you surrounded by? There's only so much that one player can do to make a difference. So we need quality all around. We need the mentality to change at Man United. Now I sound like I get paid.
And it's okay. You do. You get paid by your bets for placing great ones. But say, how hard do you go in? I mean, do you change your bets halfway through? Do you throw big money at it? Or do you just kind of use it as a fun element to the game?
I think it's a nice fun element to the game, but where you are confident, I'd say definitely go in hard because the returns are great. And you always have the bet saver as well to almost save your wager if you're not too sure. So on Liverpool Southampton, I'm all in. I'm all in for a Liverpool victory. I'm all in for 1.5. And I've actually never told a lot of people this, but I actually played the one time and I put in $700 on different games. I had a multi-bet and I woke up the next morning and I saw a message from Betway saying, you got 20,000.
You kidding me?
Wow.
Why didn't you phone me for lunch or something?
It was such a nice way to wake up.
Gosh, that's
Romy, do you know my... Yeah, let me actually read it to you. It said, Betway, congrats, BitID. That's the BitID. Paid out 21,861 Rand and 69 cents. This includes an 11% win boost of 2,166. So
Sure.
if you are feeling a little bit more confident, you can definitely go a little bit bigger. But the thing is, always allow it to be fun. Don't put in all your lost money into it. And just bet responsibly. That's always the biggest thing for me. Bet responsibly.
Never chase your bets. That's one big mistake people make. They think because they've lost money, they put another bet down. Maybe I'll make it back. Just bet it. Let it run.
100%.
Let it run, and then try again.
But Busi was also lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the luckiest person I know.
Why?
Yeah, just generally talking to her. If you listen to her life story and how things have kind of happened, luck definitely follows her.
Blessed all the way.
It's another word.
I'm not complaining. But yeah, so bet responsibly. I'd say use the bet saver where you can. And yeah, like you said, don't want this to be your salary now. Just do it for fun. Enjoy the game. And
How many pairs of
all the
shoes
best
did you buy with that money?
bets. Listen. All I can say is I'm working nice.
Walk
I'm
nice
working
into
very,
the
very
weekend. Visiwe, thank you so
I'm
much.
walking nice into the weekend and the week.
Thanks so much for your time.
Absolute pleasure, and good luck with your bets.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you see now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's gonna win me money. If she can win some money, I'm good for her.
But I love that she woke up one morning and then there was just like a really nice message with a lot of money.
Exactly.
Come on, Kev, you can do this. You can do this for
I've
us.
done it before,
But not 21,000.
No, I won 28.
28,000 Rand.
So I was given a 50 Rand free bet.
But why are you telling me
for my
this
money.
now? You
But
told
this
me you've never won.
This was in 2019 Rugby World Cup. I had a couple drinks. I put money on. Japan instead of Ireland. Instead of Ireland to win.
Okay.
And then Ireland beat Japan.
But this was not during the time that you and I have known each
it's
other
not.
in the past couple of months.
I did blow it on a new bicycle as well.
Oh, nice.
Right. Don't forget, the bets will be up on the YouTube and also.
And your code again?
It is.
I told you I'm going to start betting when Betway puts Kev's code.
I know. So it's X91EE0B51. It's X91EE0B51.
B5.
B5.
Beef 5.
B51. B5.
Beef or beef?
B5.
B5. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Right, we're back tomorrow with not the sports news.
Cheers.
Every Monday and Thursday, Cavs Betway Bets is powered by Betway.